kind of the logical course, right?
I think it is.
Or am I out of line on that one? I don't know. What if it turns out like the Inuits like have the internet and shit, and we just get totally screwed by talking shit about the Inuits? I wouldn't hold your breath and wait for him to finish pissing.
And if we don't drive the Inuits completely mad by feeding themselves to themselves.
Right. Honestly, fucking into it.
Yeah, speaking of fucking supplements, I was thinking about this. I mean, I oftentimes think of steroids.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you've never asked me. You've never asked me if I've used steroids. I don't think.
Never had to. Never.
You just assumed that I did?
Didn't have to. Yeah.
Well, you are correct.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought I was going to really look like a boob there.
Right. Nope, never touched them. So I have used steroids.
Okay, Liver King.
You're right. Dude, yeah, that's it. I mean, talk about... All right, we were talking earlier off mic about cancel culture.
Yeah.
That guy, I think he made a comeback. I think he's got a TV show, but...
Yeah, he did, actually. He's still in. Because he did... I think he did it right. He just went like, no, I lied to you guys and I did it for money.
Yeah, but... right.
Can you blame me? Yeah.
Right. You know, because I guess that's the only way to go. Like, I fucked up, I lied. Because he was lying.
Yeah.
Like, when I first heard about that guy, and somebody's like, yeah, this guy, and check it out, blah, 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 and he's natural. And I saw his picture, I was like, he's not natural. Like, I'm a guy who used to use steroids, and I know what that looks like. Right. Like, that guy is on steroids. And they're like, no, he says he's natural, right?
Right.
Obviously, he wasn't, which...
He does that shit. He's like, if you want to finger bang grandma in her wheelchair, your arms better be fucking swole. And like all that shit came after that scandal. And like, I don't know. I still see his stuff every now and again. He's not quite as popular as he was when he was Liver King.
Yeah.
But I think his content is like much more like genuine and...
Yeah, hopefully he learned his lesson. Yeah. Like, I knew the guy was full of shit. Like, so when I first heard him, somebody was like, oh, this guy's natty. And I'm like, no, he's not. I saw his picture. I'm like, this guy's full of shit. So I listened to him. He was on a podcast. And, you know, he was talking his whole, like, his, what do you call them? His tenets, his 8 tenets of living as a primal being, right? So I was down with it for a minute. I was listening to the podcast. I'm like, okay, some of that could be, maybe you do eat raw liver, maybe this and that. Here's when I really knew he was bullshit. He was like, and I don't brush my teeth, ever. And I was like, no, that's bullshit, right? I see your smile. You got nice teeth.
Yeah.
And he's telling the podcast host, he's like, yeah, my breath might stink. He's like, but you never brush your teeth and this and that. And what kind of irritated me about the guy was like, dude, you're lying, and worse than that, there's a whole generation of young men who are going to see you, want to be like you, and they're going to take that to heart. And they're going to be like, I'm not going to brush my teeth.
Right.
And so now you got this generation of young men with all these dental issues, you know, so I'm like, all right, this guy's full of shit. Lo and behold, he gets canceled. All everyone's really pissed about is that he said he was fucking natural and he wasn't. Which, how anybody believe that is fucking beyond me. You look at the guy, you're like, you know he's not natural.
Right. That guy was on like ungodly amounts of juice.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But yeah, he made a comeback. But, so oftentimes I think about, like, because I've juiced, you know, and for bodybuilding and things like that. And oftentimes I think about, people will ask, like, do you recommend steroids, or, you know, what's your overall thought on steroids? Do you like them, dislike them? All right, I'll say it like this. I don't recommend steroids, but at the same time, I recommend them for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? And what I mean by that,
it's like don't go into it like half-hearted, but like
yeah, go all the way.
Yeah. Like you gotta at least kind of understand a little bit of what you're doing before you go down that path.
Yeah, do your research. It's like this. So I heard. So this was actually the advice I was given was in the '90s in Milwaukee. It was one of my first roommates ever. A guy named Lavelle, and
nice, strong name.
Yeah. So Lavelle and I and another guy, don't remember his name. We were all roommates. And Lavelle told me one time, he's like, in life, it doesn't matter what you do. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Exactly.
Right? And now to be fair, he was defending his crack habit to me at the time. Right? So I was
honestly, sometimes those crackheads speak some, like crack will fucking put some shit into perspective for you.
Right. He was talking real shit.
Yeah. Just not on the just not on the right thing. Yeah.
No, he was, because I was a young man. I was about 19.
Yeah. The thing is like if you haven't defended your crack habit to somebody, you're just honestly you're not committed.
Yeah. Do you really have a crack habit?
No.
Yeah. So my roommate, he's telling me one night as he's fucking packing up his pipe with rock, and he was like, all right, my name, I shouldn't say my last name. I'm not going to. But he used to call me Flex.
Yeah.
So he was like, yo, Flex.
You're like, yeah, what's up, my dog?
True story. So,
yeah.
So he's telling me one night, he's loading up his pipe, and he's like, yo, Flex. He's like, look, man, it's like this. He's like, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And instantly, flick the lighter.
Rips one up, yeah.
Just rips a big one through his crack pipe. But I knew what he meant.
Yeah.
All right? It doesn't matter what you do in life. It's how you do it. So that guy, even though he was a crack addict, he maintained employment. He ended up marrying a white chick, moving to the suburbs. And last I knew, they were happy. I think they had a fucking boat and whatever. And,
wow.
Yeah,
that's the thing is people always talk about how crack ruins people's lives. Nobody's talking about the crack, success stories.
Lavelle was definitely a crack addict success story.
Yeah. Good for him.
As far as I know, he might be dead now. I don't know. I tracked him so long, but yeah, from that apartment, he started fucking a married guy's wife, a married white woman.
At
the factory. Yeah. Right?
It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
So he lived his life by that mantra.
Yeah. I like this guy.
Yeah. So he starts banging a white married woman at the plant, gets her to divorce her husband, gets half his shit, moves into his house. I think he was smoking crack on his bass boat at one point.
Well, I mean, we laugh, but where else do you smoke crack? Right. You know what I mean?
On another man's bass boat.
If you're a successful person smoking crack, you're not smoking crack in a crack den. You're out there on the bass boat just getting fucking frosty.
Yeah. Jesus.
I mean, it makes completely sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, he did it. So, again, a true crack addict success story.
Yeah.
You hear the success of the dealers, but these addicts rarely fucking make it out of the fucking the hood. The fucking God.
But it's one of those things. Is you can't when you're sitting there in your court case because you got caught dealing crack. And then you go to your guy, hey man, I gotta tell these people, I need a character witness, you're doing great things. I need you to come.
Oh yeah, you bring Lavelle in. You bring Lavelle in for that for sure.
Exactly.
But that advice stuck with me. That it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
That's pretty good advice.
Yeah.
Even if it is from a crack, honestly. Dude, crackheads do have some really good advice.
Oh, man. They oftentimes do. Dude, I mean,
it's always in the wrong context, but if you take it out of that context and apply it to other things, you're like, damn, crack may be whack, but there's some wisdom in that.
Oh yeah, I guess who gives better advice than a person who has completely fucked up their life, right? They've seen it. They know what the pitfalls, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I applied that, so when I was first introduced to steroids, I applied that to it, right? So the first guy who ever taught me about or tried to teach me about steroids
had probably no idea himself, but he just knew more than you did.
Yeah, he's just like, this will do this, this will do this. He's like, take 1 full cc of each, jam it in your ass cheek, not your asshole, your ass cheek, twice a week, and bang, you're good.
Right. You figure that one out the hard way, and you're like, oh, I'm supposed to put it in the ass cheek, not in the asshole.
Jesus, I've already wasted $1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. Well, then I did my own research, and
I was just telling my dad. He's like, because he's into acupuncture. I was like, if they stick those needles in your asshole, it'll make you gay.
Get those things out there.
And he was like, yeah, but it's also one of the cures for gayness, son. Yeah. Oh man, I was like, how do you get that one? Hey, son, we know you're a fag, but we're gonna take you to this Chinese acupuncture lady, and she's gonna stick some needles in you. Yeah, and then she gets the wrong message, and she starts sticking needles in his asshole, and now the kid's really gay. You know what I mean?
And they're way too big of a gauge. They're fucking
No, we just needed six needles in the lower back. Not
right.
But she missed it. Maybe she's cross-eyed or blind or something, and she just slid them cheeks open.
Right,
and just,
started loading up the old asshole with him.
But then again, that's how most people turn gay, actually.
Through acupuncture?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I read that.
Yeah.
I think I did. I heard that or something.
It is a side effect. It doesn't actually happen a whole lot, but when you're talking fast numbers,
most people turn gay.
Yeah, but that's the thing is when you get into such it's a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of people, right? Yeah. But on a much larger scale, it's a very small portion of the population.
Yeah. I did not know that acupuncture made you turn gay.
But acupuncture, it'll make you gay. If you do it right, it'll cure your gayness. That's what I heard. But I'm not sure if that means you stick the needles in your dick or something. I don't know. Whoa.
At some point, these piss breaks might be a great opportunity for advertising plugins.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I'm like, I want to cut all the piss breaks into one episode and then just not tell anybody.
Just do the episode of piss?
Yeah, 30 minutes of just piss noises.
just 30 minutes of piss. Well, dude, that's I love these fucking mics. Shout out to DJI, the mics.
Yeah,
right?
They're legit, aren't they?
Right. Oh, everyone has told me so far who've heard this podcast, they're like, the sound quality is excellent.
Nobody does it better, man. DJI is they're on a whole nother level of fucking shit. Yeah.
So now, the benefit, we get great sound quality. Our voices sound great. The drawback to not having a tabletop mic versus these lapel mics, or what you might call them, is that, we have the freedom. We can walk around and record anywhere. Unfortunately, even in the fucking bathroom.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But, I mean, who's never not wanted to record in the bathroom?
Right.
Yeah, I went into a public bathroom one time. I saw a camera, and instead of being I just started jerking off.
Yeah. What else do you do to a bathroom camera?
I mean, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. What else are you gonna do?
I've had a lot of hits on Pornhub, man. I'm a absolute star. Yeah, you can drink whatever you want. It's just that old Thompson is.
It's calling you.
Yeah, it's like my dad's favorite shit, but it's like it's some pretty fucking crusty ass shit.
Yeah, why would this be calling you Old Thompson?
I don't know. It's just like we were saying, too much of a good thing is bad. I just been drinking really good shit for a while, and now I want to taste of the grungy grunge.
No, I mean, I feel you. I drink, my daily drinker is the fucking Bullet, right? It's not quite Old Thompson.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's definitely not Old Thompson.
But it's, it's a $30 bottle compared to an 80 or a 90 or a $100 bottle, or but I like the $30 bottle. The Bullet is my daily.
It's good, yeah.
It's pretty darn good. This Keeper's Heart is pretty fucking good. It's
I really like
smooth.
the Keeper's Heart. I don't know. I just been burning through bottles of the good shit. I was just like, fuck, I'm just gonna drink some Old Thompson. I was not feeling the classy shit today.
Oh, do you care if I go back to steroid talk?
No, not at all.
All right, I wasn't quite done there. I want to.
There's a lot to be there. Yeah.
All right, so that's why I tell people, I would never recommend. I would never say yes, you should go use steroids. Yet
That's a good message.
it is.
Yeah.
Yet I think they're good for everyone. If you do your own research, if you fucking follow through with it, learn how to use them, like testosterone, I think has a huge benefit. You see these really ugly side effects.
It's like, I think the more you do, the worse it is. So I don't know, there's this one guy, he's some sort of doctor, but he's an advocate for steroid use, but like healthier steroid use. And he's always like,
I guess that's what I am. Then.
Do as much steroid as you can to achieve like the goal that you want, or only do the amount of steroids that you need to achieve like the goal that you're looking for.
Correct. So, and that's what I learned, and I won't go through all the numbers, but I learned about like how to mix, which compounds with each other to achieve certain effects, and then the levels of each compound you should use, how many mLs per cc, things like that. Yeah. And you see the guys that get the really nasty side effects. You're still going to get some side effects, but the really nasty side effects where guys like lose all their hair, get crazy acne, out of control rage, liver failure, shit like that. Those guys are banging like...
They're banging a ton of gear.
Yeah, dude, if you want to talk about dollar-wise, I mean, they're banging $1,000 a week, right? My regimens never got over... I think for like a 90-day regimen, I was paying like $500, for 3 months.
That's fairly realistic.
Right.
I don't know. That's a lot of value over 3 months.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So you got to know what you're using, why you're using it, how to use it.
Right. Because I mean, if you're using steroids but you don't know how to actually apply it, it's like, why do all that damage to your body for no reason?
That's why I say they have a ton of, that's why they're,
I mean, in this day and age, like, I could go to my doctor and go, hey, like, I want to be a bodybuilder. I want to get on the steroids.
maybe not quite like that.
They'll walk you through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you have to work within, like, their envelope, so you're probably not getting, like, the outlawed shit. Yeah, but it's more
it's all outlawed,
like, they can... Like, you can even go to your doctor and be like, hey, I'm taking, like, illegal steroids, and, like, I just want to make sure I'm doing it healthy. And
they will help you.
They'll do it, yeah.
Yep, they'll do your blood work for you.
Yeah. Like, that's what they're there for,
that's a better way to say it. You can be honest with your doctor and tell them.
Yeah.
But, it's all illegal. All steroids are a class 3, drug, or what do they call it? Right.
But I mean, like,
but that's federal government.
Prednisone is a steroid.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's like a medical device. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it's, people don't take prednisone to get fucking swole. They take steroids so they don't die.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, they really do have their place. And I don't remember what the numbers are, but there's a massive amount of Americans that take steroids daily, not for exercise reasons or like physique reasons. They take it because like they need that to be healthy. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in this, it's so much easier to go to your doctor and be like, like, your doctor isn't going to call the cops and be like, hey, this guy's doing a bunch of blow. You got to go and fucking arrest him. They're going to go, oh, this guy's on a bunch of blow. He's going to be in here once a month, and he's going to pay me $1,000 every time he shows up.
Yeah.
Come on in, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know
yeah,
what
they're
I mean?
happy to
Like,
have you.
They're there for you, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like, it's a lot easier to go to your doctor and be like, hey, I'm doing some fucked up shit, but I want to do it healthy. And they'll be like, all right, let's come together with a plan. They might not be that enthusiastic about it. You know, they got to do their spiel, and they got to say, hey, look, fucker, like, you're doing some stupid shit, but, like, let's just make sure you don't die in the process, right? Yeah. But
I guess what I'm saying is steroids are fucking awesome.
They're fucking awesome, yeah.
They are awesome. They work, right? They definitely work. That's why athletes use them.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And if anybody, like, wants to kid themselves, like, you know, you see periodically in the
Liver
NFL.
King said they don't work.
They don't work. He doesn't use them. But like NFL players, right? They get busted periodically for you know, PEDs. Mm-hmm. Dude, they're more prevalent in sports than anyone would like to admit.
They need to be on that shit.
Well, here's the weird thing. We, as Americans, we're so against PEDs in all sports other than bodybuilding.
Yeah.
We not only expect it, but we not only accept it, but expect it in bodybuilding, right? Like bodybuilding, like the only way to fucking get to the big stage is on a shitload of steroids. Right. And you see all the guys getting the big endorsements, all the guys who have their bodies on the supplement labels, the protein
Those guys
canisters.
Didn't get that big from going to GMC.
No. You don't get that big
they
from
went
GNC.
to Rico.
Right.
yeah.
Like those guys. So in that one particular sport, bodybuilding, like the only way to really make it, you want to talk about getting on the Olympia stage, Schwartz and whatever his name is.
Charger, but yeah, keep going.
You know, all these guys, to make the big money, you've got to be on the juice. Well, what do you think happens with the rest of the sports world? Or you don't think all these other athletes are doing something?
And this is my opinion, and it's probably not shared with most people, but I think when it comes to professional athletes, it's like we're looking for physical performance.
I want them to be juiced.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Do I want them to be on like a $10,000 regimen? I'm just throwing a number out there.
Fuck it.
Do I want these guys like juiced out of their mind to the point where like they just fall apart? No. But I think there's like,
if it gives me a couple good years of sports watching, sure.
I think there's like, I don't know. I think there's like a limit or like a range that people should be allowed to be able to be on.
Oh, yeah. It makes for good entertainment.
Yeah. But I can see where, let's say this is football player A, you know, and they're the best, you know, one of the top 5 in their position. Then you got B, top 5 in his position, right? Coming out of college, no roids, right? Nobody's on the juice. They both go to the big leagues. Now they have the option to be on the juice. Football player A goes, honestly, I don't want to do that. I want to keep myself, you know, off the roids. I want to be, you know, healthy in certain aspects, blah, 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 whatever, right? For whatever reason, football player A says
no juice.
Just as good as football player B. Football player B goes, fuck that, give me the gas.
Right.
You know? Well, now football player A is just like, well, if you don't want to be in the juice, get out of the league, you know? And that kind of takes like somebody who would have been, you know, somebody in the league. Now they can't be because everybody else is. But then it is a little bit of an unfair playing field. I can see a little bit of that. But then again, it's like those guys get the hell beat out of them. Like they probably need a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
Than
Toradol,
all
that shit,
aspirin or whatever it is. You know, prednisone. You know, it's like you're not getting jacked on fucking prednisone. You can't take enough of it. It's not that kind of a steroid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will you get a little bit bigger on prednisone? Sure. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
That it is a steroid, but it's super duper light. You know what I mean? You just can't take enough of it. But
so what do? You make the fuckers? You're like, all right, you're welcome to the NFL. You're on the juice, like it or not. Like,
right.
Make it the all juice league. I don't know. I just hate when they're like, oh.
I just don't want to single the guys out that are trying to be pure on it. You know what I mean?
What do you do? So I don't know what the solution is.
Yeah.
You know, that's not our place to, I guess, figure that out. But I just don't like when they're like, oh, this, you know, fuck this player. He was using steroids. A lot of them are that you don't even know about. They just haven't been caught.
But then they have to do these like fucked up steroids that are probably worse for them that just don't show up on the test.
Right. If they were allowed to use,
Yeah, I think that's even more fucked up because it's like, well, now we're forcing these guys to do some really fucked up shit and really damage their bodies over a rule that just kind of seems like it's in place to protect like the average man. You know what I mean? But you don't go to the NFL because you're average.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not these days, I guess, anymore.
There's just no possible way. Yeah.
Which I don't think, did I tell you? I think I tore like an abdominal muscle yesterday at the gym.
Really?
Yeah. So I was doing legs yesterday.
Yeah.
For my once a monthly leg day.
Yeah.
So I was squatting. I was squatting pretty heavy, and I went down, and at the bottom of my squat, I started to come up, and like I felt like, I don't know what it was.
Just something to kind of go a little soft and
Right
slip on you?
on the upper right side of my abdomen, going into my ribs. Something like it just got this sharp pain.
Yeah.
So I don't know if my spleen ruptured. I don't know if I tore a muscle. I don't know if I
You'd feel that. But
something happened right in that somewhere between that muscle and that rib.
Yeah.
But I was like, holy fuck! It was enough to make me stop squatting.
Yeah. I don't know. Like squats I think they're a great workout, but I think there's a huge risk when you go into doing squats.
Oh, dude.
I think it's like the number one way to just like get fucked up.
Yeah, but you can't tell me to not squat.
But the benefits are so good,
right,
you know?
Right.
So it's like it's that catch-22. Yeah.
Right, it is. You can fuck yourself up squatting, but to me, there's like the big three in lifting. You got your squat, your deadlift, your bench, right? And you want to throw a fourth in there. It's your overhead military press. Right, if you just did those 4 exercises, you'd be
pretty fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah, your body would get overall total whole body strength. You know,
or not, those are the 3 things that I try to actually not do.
to not do those.
Yeah.
Well,
I will do a deadlift. I do really, really, really actually like the deadlift. I think the deadlift is
super
fantastic.
important.
Yeah. Squats, I think there's a lot of risk to like damage yourself, so I try not to do squats. I'll do like squats on the machine, but that's like you can't tell me that squats on the machine is just as good as like an actual squat.
Well, if you don't want to squat, leg press then. That's your next
That's
best.
basically what
it's fine.
Press,
yeah, your leg press.
I just don't think it's as good as a squat. There's just
not quite, but it's good enough. Yeah, it's fine. It's good enough.
I think it's a much safer alternative.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
The reason so if
I
you want
I don't know nothing, so I could just be saying some fucked up shit.
No, you're absolutely right on this one. If you want to talk about like whole body health and strength, why bicep curls, tricep extensions, that's an isolation move, right?
Right.
That will make a certain muscle group bigger, stronger, whatever. But when you start talking about longevity and getting whole body strength and overall health, you want to do compound joint movements, right? So that's where
what is a compound?
Compound is more than one joint, more than one muscle group, right? It exercises more than one body part, right?
Okay.
So that's a compound. An isolation is one joint, one muscle group, right?
Yeah.
So think about your bicep curl. I'm only using my elbow, and I'm contracting my bicep, and that is
a little bit of forearm or something in there, but
right,
you are isolating that muscle,
right, you're isolating that,
and you're
group.
Targeting one,
right. And you have one joint movement.
Yeah.
When you look at a bench press, you've got your elbow, your shoulder, you're engaging your tricep, your pectoral muscle, your delts, right? So you have multi. That's all compound means. Compound is multiple, right?
Right.
So squat, you're engaging your knees, your hips, right? Your ankles are there for support. You're pushing off with your feet. Your calves are engaged. Your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, everything from your waist down is engaged in a squat.
Yeah.
Same with a leg press. Yeah. So a leg press is good. It's acceptable.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
like leg press, like, dude. Okay, so doing squats, like, honestly, like anything over like 100 pounds, I'm kind of like,
yeah, and that's fine.
But like on the leg press, I'll put that fucker at 200 and I'll just do it with one leg. I don't give a fuck.
So the one thing you lack on the leg press that you get out of the squat is you're not using your core as a stabilizer, right? With the leg press.
I agree, yeah.
So you get to use the full advantage of your lower body with no core activation. That you have to use your core and your back. So even in a squat, you're using your core, your back, everything is stabilized and balanced. That's the only drawback. But other than that, it's perfectly acceptable to, if you can't squat or you don't want to squat, leg press is number 2.
Exactly. That's just it. I wish the leg press, you got the same benefits out of a squat, right? But you just don't. And the squats, like I did them the one time with you, but I don't know what it is, but the squat just like, whenever I do an actual squat, go for it. I can feel the benefits, and I can tell like it's a much like better workout, right? But in the workout, I'm just like, oof, it just doesn't feel good to me. You know what I mean? And it's just like I get this gut feeling of like I shouldn't do squats, so I just don't.
Yeah, that's fine. And it's not about the weight either. Like squatting light is better than not squatting at all.
Yeah. And I don't know. The squats, man, like I'll pass out, I fall over. So it's like that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, it'll make you